ओम श्री साई राम। गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेशा, गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेशा, गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेशा, गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेशा। Om Sri Sai Ram. So our Hanuman of Swami, Dr. Dada Bijlani, an old friend of my father from Sindh Shikarpur, has been sent, I believe, by Swami to our house in that point in time. They both were living in Ulhasnagar, my father and this gentleman. But yet, look at his planning. That is why I said yesterday, there is nothing accidental in his play. He told my father that he has come from Puttaparthi just 2 days before, and again he has to go back to Puttaparthi. He came just to collect some literature in Sindhi and some lockets, rings, which were manufactured by Mr. Sirumal Anandani. Swami's lockets and chains and rings. He was a small manufacturer of that, so he has to carry those things to Puttaparthi after 2 days. As soon as I heard this, I looked into the eyes of my father, and father understood that now the game is over. He was also a gentleman father. He understood. He said, "Okay, Harish, now I can understand that this God not only calls, not only acts, but even reacts and responds to every small prayer of his devotee." I will not stop you now, but we have to take your younger brother, Kishore we call him. Said, he is like Lakshmana to me. So we landed in Puttaparthi. For the first time, we traveled alone in South India, and we then landed there. It was heavily raining, and what we found is the sand all around. There were no roads, no cars, no vehicles, except one old government bus standing at the very old bus stand. No auto rickshaw, nothing, absolute nothing. It was a real village like surroundings. So we got our room in one small chai ka dhaba. One Tamilian was there, and ground floor he was selling dosa, idli and tea, and on upper floor he had room 8 by 8 or 6 by 6, just enough for 3 persons to lie down like a berth in the train. So we kept our luggage and came down, and immediately Dada Abdullah said, let's go for darshan. Because those days there was no timings. Swami would come anytime and many times. So it was drizzling, and we went inside the campus. There was no Gopuram gate also, what we see today. It was just a simple entrance. And we found all the villagers there gathered. Knee deep water, snakes moving around, and these villagers were praying in their native language, Telugu, which we didn't follow that point in time. But we heard Swami, Swami, something they were shouting. They were very anxious because it was flood situation in the entire village, and their crops and their small huts all were under water. So we all our eyes were fixed at the balcony, and Dada Jilani said Swami would come out any moment. So we were mentally prepared to have our first darshan of our beloved. And he came. We saw, and we were conquered. Such beauty I have never seen in my entire life. Could not even imagine. We had an opportunity of seeing beautiful persons in film industry, but such beauty, can't describe the beauty, the aura of Swami. And see his grace on the day one when he was in the balcony. I could see a beautiful aura of divinity around his head, very clear. So it was direct divine vision for me, and I surrendered that very moment. I knew this is my Krishna, this is my God. I never doubted his divinity thereafter, never, because I had seen it with my open eyes. Swami said, once you taste the salt and sugar, no matter what people may argue about, you know what is salt and what is sugar because you have tasted it. So I had that glimpse of divinity on day one. Actually, I fell in love with this beautiful form. I am a great lover. I can see love, I can experience love, I can recognize love, true love, instantly. I knew this is God of love, pure love. And what did he do? His compassion. He came to the balcony, looked at the villagers. They were shouting, praying something in their native language, which we understood was because they were suffering from sudden floods, heavy floods. Swami came in the balcony, he did this 3 times, like this. And the entire flood water went down, down, and down, and it vanished, like we see in Hindi mythological movies. It disappeared. And the entire village, the villagers were dancing with joy. And Swami was just telling them, Banga, like this, he was telling. He didn't take it as a big job that he has done. In a very, very natural manner, he went inside his room, back to his room. Unbelievable, incredible. We were so happy, so happy. We came back to our, because we were feeling very hungry. We used to feel hungry every 2 hours, 3 hours. So we came to have a cup of hot coffee. In South, they give coffee more than tea. So a hot coffee and masala dosa. And we were talking about this miracle that we had witnessed. Suddenly there was somebody running, hey, Swami has come down, he is going to Gokulam, come, come, come. So we left our tiffin and tea, everything, coffee, and we ran behind that person in the direction of West Prashanti. Those days, Swami had a small Gokulam, about 4 to 6 probably cows. And Swami had come down to feed those cows with bananas and apples. So we ran, and I, like a mad person, because I had fallen in love. I ran like a mad person, and directly I crossed all the limits, all the Lakshman Rekha of people standing around Swami with a respectable distance. But for me, it was a blind love. I just went through the crowd and directly dashed against Swami. Literally. I went so close to him that Mr. Kasturi, who was present there, never knew him. He later on told me one day that, Harish, when you dashed against Swami on that day, we all were anxious. What next? Because I was looking like a foreigner those days, my chubby cheeks and blood was, our food was like of that kind. And curly hair, brownish hair I had, and very fair skin. So they thought that some foreigner has breached the security and he is going close to Swami. I went so close that they could not pull me back because I was too close to be pulled back. Now I was in divine presence. It was for him to decide. I did it so innocently. I never knew what security around Swami and all. Never. Those days there was no security or Sevadar. Yet I even did not follow the normal social norms of keeping safe distance or long distance from spiritual beings. No way. For me, he was my beloved. That's all. And I loved him and I dashed against him. Close. So close that I could see his entire being, and he looked at me from top to toe 3 times. And then a beautiful smile and Abhayhasta. Mr. Kathuri said after that Abhayhasta only we could breathe properly. That now these two are with each other, there is a equation, so better not to intervene in that. Swami caught hold of my hands tightly. बोलो बोलो क्या मांगता है, क्या मांगता है, बोलो. Spontaneously and naturally I said, Swami, I love you. He made me say that, my innermost feelings. And then it was drizzling little heavily. बहुत रेन है, चलो चलो अंदर चलो अंदर चलो. So Swami also walked inside and we also ran behind him and sat on the sand. Again he came out to the portico. Hey, बहुत बहुत rain है, अंदर आओ. He caught hold of hands of my brother also, Kishore. क्या मांगता है? He was so loving, so compassionate. Never seen such beauty, such love, such compassion. Unimaginable. Can't even describe it. And then bhajan started. We never knew what bhajans. We have little glimpse from Bijlani Dada. In those days, Swami's chair was kept on the ladies' side, on the opposite direction. Beautiful Shiva bhajan Raja Reddy ji was singing. Such divine melody. And Swami was in bliss. He was pulling his hair and eating his hair like a divine child. हे विश्वनाथ हे गौरीनाथ हे साईनाथ Bhagavan. This was the first bhajan I heard in Swami's immediate presence. Unforgettable moment. Next day morning, when we were sitting for darshan, we found that Swami comes out and there is a white Mercedes car waiting for him. And someone told us that Swami is probably leaving to Bangalore. So we were sitting, we never knew what to do, how to react to this news. So Swami came out and he walked towards the car. He just waved to everybody, and the door was open for him to get into the car. He looked at the Jain side. I was sitting right in the front in the corner. He came rushing to me, materialized Vibhuti, gave it to me, went back, sat in the car, and the car drove off. Wow, that was a great blessing. Now it was no way that I would go back like that. I told Dada Bijlani I want to go. He said it is Whitefield Ashram Swami's. I said okay, wherever. But how to go? Those days there was no taxis or buses regularly running between Whitefield and Puttaparthi. So after, maybe by 4 o'clock, my elder brother also came behind us, Prem. So we all three, Dada Bijlani and some group, one group was from West Bengal, Kolkata, very nice, pious family. We all got into a bus, very old type of bus. It was not a bus actually, not a mini bus like mini tempo like. So we went, and before we reached, it was heavily raining. 1 o'clock we reached Penukonda, and then it broke down. Then we had to spend time there waiting for some vehicle to pass by to take us to Bangalore, Whitefield. Around 2 o'clock we found one truck, and who agreed to give us lift up to Bangalore near Whitefield. We agreed to pay whatever was demanded, and we reached Whitefield around 6:30 or so. So we were shivering. It was very cold, and the doors were closed. Ashram doors were closed yet. So we went opposite to the railway station. There was a small restaurant again for coffee and dosa. And while taking that coffee and dosa, I was feeling little homesick. So I told my brother, Prem, I want to leave by today evening. I want to go home. So Dada Bijlani said, no, we have to take Swami's permission and then let us wait. I said, okay, fine. So we came for darshan, all huge trees and very mischievous monkeys around. There was no shed, nothing. No building, no hostel, nothing. It was all big, huge trees and huge mischievous monkeys going around. But the monkeys never troubled the devotees. So we sat for darshan. Swami came out around 8:30, 9 o'clock. He walked around and he came directly to me. I stood on my knees. Actually, I remember I was holding his hand. He looked at me. कल आज ही जाना चाहिए मांगता है जाओ. And he again materialized big chunk of vibhuti, put it on my forehead, and I shouted. When he turned to go forward to lady's side, I shouted. I said, because Dada Bijlani, Prem, Kishore, all was sitting around me. I shouted, hey, how did he come to know that I wanted to leave today evening? Swami looked back at me with this mischievous smile. This God not only listens, he even reacts with love, with love, with love. जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय.